got to the good news.
I said Mommy will deal with it.
Well, you can play here if you want. Where? It's in the floor.
I can sit on the floor if you want.
Get it set up, I gotta send my level. What? Just get it set up, I gotta send my level.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border. Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once.
You go get that little portable
Hugo
TV?
Kupka is no more.
Oh, little portable TV?
You want to see
All of
it?
our
Or do you
comrades
want to put on
lost
the
their
floor?
lives back at Fitz's place.
But then you're gonna have to get a chair.
Smiling down at
Do you
you,
have a
Roger.
She can sit
foldable
around.
chair?
We had a stolus from Lubor
Do you have
say
any
Drake's
foldable
fang had
ones?
fallen. I
think
expect
so.
that was your doing as well, was it?
She sit over on that side of the couch.
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back.
Hmm?
You look better.
I feel it. Which
Where?
means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto,
What plastic?
any word on the royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really
You can
want
do
to
that.
know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
The conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
I'm trying to tell.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details.
I just saw the picture.
One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Actually, she probably would have just thought that was Moana.
The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to
She was like,
rest.
just send it to me, I'll get it. I'm like,
Battle rages for
you're not gonna get
control
my
of the
personal
crystalline
stuff. Like,
dominion.
you want to get Tylenol for the
Sends
kids
not
or
a
something?
single
Like,
ship in
you don't really
support
need
of his
to.
Dalmatian allies. Meanwhile, the blight ravages great swathes of Ash.
Didn't you just go?
Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to
Did I show
untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang?
Okay, we have
Only to make no attempt to claim the mother crystal for Waloed. It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
that.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion.
You okay, Ari?
If one is to cure a
No,
sickness,
what's wrong?
one must first identify the symptoms.
She's eating already.
And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do
No,
just
what's wrong?
that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
Packers can't get the
He's
orders.
really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports.
That's my blanket.
Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the hideaway must hear the
You
news.
don't have to wash stuff again.
Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest.
Looks like you have a bruise.
Tell
Yeah,
them
that's what.
that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
You want to set?
Mommy.
I know. If you need to itch, get a tissue and just
How do you cook that?
dab them. Just don't touch them with your.
Dad.
Dab on him.
Like this?
No, like take the tissue and dab it like that.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen.
What does
It's
that
true.
mean?
Joker is dead.
That's a yellow zero.
So 0.
That's a
I'm not
zero?
looking over our
I guess
shoulders
that,
then.
they added zeros in.
Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Are you gonna go?
Out on one. This is okay.
You might want to watch doing that. Because as
What?
soon as I find out what color one of those cards is, I know what color the rest in that pile are.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, I'm talking to her.
Where's your
Just separate
card
them.
holder?
Blackthorn,
I don't know.
do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
Give you 5 food.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
You might not want to be playing with Mommy's phone.
I think you should sit there and let Daddy sit here. Because that's your spot. Your contaminated spot. And Daddy, you might want to move your pillow.
That's not. I just brought that up so I had something to sleep on instead of them big ass motherfuckers.
I know, but it's on her stuff.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying.
He is the big baby.
And with good reason, children. He's a dear little boy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might be with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
Skippy.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates,
There's no Mario Kart.
After
Not real
Kupka
cars.
fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is.
No.
Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing.
Now can you
Not
deal?
even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest concealment of fact.
No.
One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him
There's so many colors.
with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
You know what that means?
Oh yeah, you.
She shows you her belly.
Seven, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
I've
seen troops amass
This
every
is not a good
Your daddy said that she came home. Vivian got you running errands or something.
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
It's red.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making. The sack will be made up of 3 major components.
She said something eczema.
There's the plating,
She said it's
here,
not a wart,
that channels
and
hot
it's not
vapours
the
away from the
molluscum
engine.
that the girls have.
The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air.
So annoying.
So.
And the shielding around the sides.
Yeah.
That
It's
stops
so
the rest of
annoying.
the ship from going up in flames.
She just called it something eczema.
Full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Because Daddy didn't shuffle. So you got all the same color.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Is that what you're saying?
Luckily, you don't need to.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your turn.
No, it's not.
Skip you. Skip you.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
Uno. Yellow. Uno.
You only
There you
one?
are.
You have to pick up the card.
You've already got that one. All yours.
What color?
There you are.
Green.
All yours.
Oh, it's my turn.
There you are.
Yep.
All done?
Ah.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
We'll kick these out. No.
Seen enough?
Okay. Okay. You go.
Is it business or pleasure? It's rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
Blackthorn, can I ask a favour?
Hell with it.
Agree.
It's the mid.
What she
This
did.
my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then.
Wait, what?
What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
you and 2, and I put money to
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin in here, will you?
Right.
Oh, blue. Got it. You drop one. No, you have to drop 2.
So Liz roped us all in here, is that the truth? Typical. Still.
Daddy,
That's what it takes to get to visit Sid's grave.
and I forgot another draw 2. No,
You have to draw 2.
Exactly.
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade still won't work. We need something that can
If mine put down draw 2, you draw 2, and then you put down your draw 2, and then you draw 2.
Something that won't break or buckle at the temperature she's talking about.
Don't be
Which is
grumpy,
where
I
you
won't
lot
hurt
come
you.
in. I need materials,
Excuse me.
and I've got my work
I
cut
just
out
in your
already.
dirty
We'll have to fetch it.
pillow.
Now, there's a special kind of
Why
sand
not?
after that you can only find out in the
Well, far away your
You're
pillow.
gonna smush it.
they call it.
You're gonna smush
As
it,
for the
the
rest of the stuff,
pillow.
my usual supply should have it in stock.
You get a
Just need
blanket.
buying and bringing
A
back
Why
in.
are you
blanket?
not in here?
We'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coach.
Oh, yes, a draw 2.
And the other can
Something,
get the
girl.
rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Floppy
When we
ears,
get
man.
who's going where, we can get this over with.
Get your flappy ears.
One of these, right?
My Remy girl.
Stop.
Hmm? Oh? You my Remy
Stop. She's
girl?
really tired.
Here's your blanket.
You going after the Stardust?
Why would you
then,
throw
eh?
my blanket on the floor?
Which one
Pick
of
it up.
these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
Did you go?
Yes. I got my 8. Now, where's my green?
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust? And how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcro. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters and the talent mill in. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Yeah.
I'll head down to Gullymill, see about hiring us a wagon. Wait for me by the river.
Back, are you?
So right back to me. And
Sancfornian,
You
dear.
only had one green and you made it green. Out of all those cards.
No scratches, right? Should last you a good while.
That's not what I wanted to do.
go.
Yeah, that should do you.
Oh, wait.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
You go.
Picking
I know.
God damn it, I keep doing this stupid shit.
What color? Great.
Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
I have all these cards, and none of them are good.
What about a 9?
You had one blue,
That it?
and you did that.
Fine.
So good.
I only had 2 cards in my hand. I had to pick one color.
What can I do
So
for
you
you?
could have picked blue.
Fine purse weighing you down.
Did you go?
I did.
I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else?
Yellow.
I reckon I can find a buyer. Come again. Or don't.
Give it to me.
Bothered either way.
Give me my color.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Did you even shovel them?
Just like that. Without so much as
Or
a
did it cut
bone
away?
underneath.
What's the matter?
Maybe it's a shovel.
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers,
Wait, do I go?
I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find it?
Did you go?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start. Looks like I found the river. Where's Otto? Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
I was going to.
Otto. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Oops, sorry. We don't have any sixes.
So this is stardust.
I'm still
It just looks like black sand to me. should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
We should let Daddy play one, see if we could beat him.
I'll be Daddy. I'm a champion.
What?
Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining.
Can I go against you?
Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk?
When?
Okay.
Right now.
She said when, you said okay.
I know, I said I don't care.
Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
I win. Let me play again. Do another day. Just put them at the bottom.
This is no time to ride. Be safe.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
Yellow. Green. I'll beat her the first one, she beat me the second one.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? And certainly not a baker. Marcy must have rued a day, took me. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Good night. Today's paper, you died.
The finest fabric.
Take a sniff, good sir. Be transported.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
No, especially with origami Kobe.
My loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks. Now, do some, I know... King, but do you have to use...
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Can I text the bus driver too and let her know?
Let her know what.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in them.
She knew that she had told her she can go.
What if I don't come up with something soon?
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Good day to you.
Hello. Hey. They were, I think they were purple and they were like
Available but worthless.
spicy.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figure rustlings in the undergrowth.
You can take
Suspicious
the rest of the
noises.
ones
It
here.
may be no more than a surfeit of nerves. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the goods.
Right.
Alright, bye.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them have seen anything either.
Right. Thanks anyway.
So it's like she tested negative on Thursday, so the earliest she could have tested positive was on Friday. Well, later Thursday, but...
That's why I keep her home Monday, because I feel like even if she's fever free.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Robert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Go and investigate. You there?
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black shields. Here.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive. It's over.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Something mentions of the thing for those 3 people.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sick and fight it I did. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me.
So what changed?
I discovered I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral, and he faced no punishment. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts, seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. Our wounds are the same. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be Quentin. Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades,
are the shelves sturdy?
it begins.
And is it
Make
wood or
ready for
composite?
war.
It's definitely wood, right? It's like an older piece.
I can tell you, I'd have to look at it and see. I think it's wood.
I'm not going to change his mind.
inside and stuff. So we can do that in a little bit.
Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Nice try.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
Anybody home?
There is.
I was gonna ask you to go out and take pictures.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
If you're like I know, but if you're at like 70, 80 degrees, it's not gonna be that hot.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
We're seeing troops amassing at every door.
I'm just doing something and then the phone was walking in. Do you think the door gets wet? The door doesn't get wet if I hand on the doorknob, right?
I think Mid might need some help.
I just don't want it. None of the bar.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
não. Calma. Vamos avançar aqui.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Oh.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive. So, Clive, who will...
Okay. Alright. Alright.
Very well. So then,
I have...
what are you?
Though so much now.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
them pilgers nice and chilled.
Are those pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stores, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Just make sure. Here. Just take the address.
You'll not find a fresh cuts.
What can I interest you in today? I hope it's to your liking. You're always welcome here in Lostwing. All anyone ever wants anymore is water, quite. How the end?
Fly, sell, or be gone. Go on, take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Welcome, welcome. Come back again.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what... But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Is there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. Clive, is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
Thank you, Clive.
Remy, you motherfucker.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
No.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. Now that we have all the ingredients, we made.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then, of course. Oh, and thank you.
It appears our work here... A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once, when both the shielding and the moondew are ready, followed by a rig perhaps.
Leave it to me, thank you. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry?
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. searching for a land untouched by the blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes held?
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway? I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. Right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
What is this?
What, man?
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
What you doing, Mama?
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, man.
Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklab markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in
What are you doing out of the gore face?
Get off!
I'm not eating out of the bowl.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Her test was negative, but she said it could be too early.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
It sounds like she just said bra because I put my feet up so she can't get off. Oh, Mom's doing this. Oh, Mom's doing this.